What's up everybody, JFT Actual here, and this is the second video to Entanglement. We'll be hitting up the second instance in Entanglement, the Concordia incident, and doing 3 achievements here. And they'll be dropping like flies on swift wings and time waits for no one. So let's go ahead, hop in to the instance, and the first achievement is
these vines. The kid was right again.
She's wrong sometimes.
probably the toughest one, but if you know all the triggers, there's 4 of them in this sequence, it makes it a little bit easier. First trigger here is the wolves, and the key is to not get ahead of the triggers. You want to take each trigger one at a time and not set off multiple triggers. So deal with the wolves before you head off to the second trigger. And the second trigger is over here. It'll spawn a thrasher and a husk. If you can take out the thrasher first, that's good, as his poison does a lot of damage. And sometimes you get rooted in it by the husk.
I can outrun a centaur.
Take out the husk second, and then help these guys out with the tendrils. Be sure not to go through the barracks gate yet, as that will set off the third trigger.
That'll do.
Once you take out all the tendrils, you can let yourself heal up a little bit. Then walk through the gates to set off the third trigger, which will spawn a wolf and a thrasher. Take out the wolf first, and then the thrasher. Being sure not to stand in his poison, but sometimes he does make it really tough on you to not do that. Switch to a ranged weapon if you need to. Once he goes down, go ahead and check on the War Master, who's usually over here on this side fighting some tendrils. Looks like he's doing okay, and let's go back over here and check on the tendrils on this side, make sure they don't take out any of our NPCs.
Glad that's over.
Alright, so now before we set off the third trigger, we're gonna let our NPCs heal up a little bit here.
Attention, everyone.
All right.
We have more coming from the north.
And so that signifies the last trigger. Once you hear that guy say that they're coming in from the north, you want to run to this gate over here and get right up in the gate and try to take out these guys in front of the gate as fast as possible. If you can, you'll want to try to stay
This is getting serious.
by the gate, as at this point tendrils will start to spawn on the inside of the barracks and attack some of the NPCs that are left in here. And it's
Time to do some
really
real
easy to not notice the tendrils picking away at an NPC.
I can outrun a centaur.
These guys over here are fine, so let's run back over here, check on guys here. If you have a heal, go ahead and drop it at this point. A lot of guys might be low on health and need a little bit extra health. And then we'll go, looks like there's one last route. A couple more tendrils here.
Is it just me?
Take them out, and there we go. Dropping like flies. We got our achievement, and now the other 2. You have to finish this instance within 5 more
Thanks for helping
minutes.
us out here. That attack
We'll
caught us
want to
by
hurry this up.
surprise.
You had no warning?
Well, a few small vines popped up after the Priory caravan.
There's no way to rush
but
this part, and it takes
we
about
didn't
1
pay those
minute.
any mind. until they grew.
Priory caravan. Was it carrying the vines? Seeds?
Not that they mentioned. They did have some extremely old artifacts with them.
I'd like to talk to the scholar in charge of the caravan.
They headed northwest with Lindsay to find the rest of the cavalcade. Some were separated from
So as soon as you see a star in the sky, you want to talk to him, and then just pick any of the options. It doesn't matter too much.
To an Asuran lab northeast of here for safety.
There will be a star that shows up here that you have to go to before you... Alright, I think the star shows up over here, before you check out the cave.
Cover more ground that way.
I don't know about that. Let's discuss it more.
Go ahead, talk to him,
Let's move out, shall
pick one of
we?
the options,
Raise the
and then
northern
head
gate.
out the north gate. We gotta head over to the star first before we head over to the cave. Otherwise, the guys in the cave won't spawn.
On over here.
Alright, form up. Caravan in the middle.
Alright, so once we go over there, the star disappears and there's a circle over here, and then that signifies you can go to the cave and rescue the survivors. You want to get over there as soon as you can, and try to kill those guys, the enemies in there, as fast as possible so they don't down any of our NPCs. Again, if you can kill the Thrasher first, it's generally a good idea as he does a lot of poison damage.
Still standing. Barely.
We got the tendrils.
Let's go.
Go through the dialogue real quick. Then we'll want to race over,
Oh yeah. Let's go!
Finally, something not so viney. Assist us at
You
once.
consider yourself honorary lab assistants.
the last part of it. As soon as you kill these
I can
guys,
outrun a centaur.
you'll want to rush through the dialogue to get out of here. You finish it within 10 minutes. Looks like we failed the other achievement, but I'll cover that in a second video after this one.
Vacate these premises.
Right now it's a race to kill all these mobs so we can continue the sequence and get out of this instance. We only have 2 minutes left.
I'm bleeding.
Again, try to take out those thrashers first. They hurt a lot. Then the husk, and there you go. Time waits for no one. So that's the third achievement. Again, we did fail the second achievement, and I'll be creating a second video to cover that one after this. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
We got as
when
many here as we could, though I'm not confident we're safe yet.
There were wounded all through the hills. This is a bad situation.
where we'll tackle
We should
on
probably
swift
go over to Fort
wings.
Selma. We're meeting friends
See you
there.
guys next time.
Do you have this under control?
We're good.